Hello and welcome to Sitaara Tarot. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader, and this reading is for the collective for the 9th of November to the 15th of November 2020. However, it may not resonate with everyone, so take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't behind. And if this reading doesn't connect with you this week, please come back to the channel next week to see if the reading will connect with you next week. So today I'm using a couple of decks. For the main reading, I'm using the Seers Tarot by Chris Anne, which I find absolutely gorgeous cards to work with. And for Message from Universe, I'm using the Wisdom of Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And I think we might just get straight into the reading, because the energy for this reading I feel is really powerful, and it probably goes away over a week. And I feel that it's a bit of a pinnacle, that you've got come to a turning point in your life. So if this reading does resonate with you, there's a real energy that you've traveled, you're midway, basically. You've kind of come so far and you're kind of coming, we're at the midpoint and we're going in a different direction. It's such a powerful feeling. There's a card in Wisdom of Oracle, I think it's called the Between Worlds cards, and that's the energy of this reading. It really feels like you're stepping out of one world and you're about to step into a whole nother world. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first card, I absolutely love this card. The Devil card. It's probably one of my favorite Devil cards I've ever come across. Look how gorgeous it is. So anyway, the Devil card is ruled by Capricorn, and it is about addictions and being kind of attached to addictions, and that could be any type of addiction. And this person here really pulls you in. And for me, there's a real strong sort of connection to addiction to drugs. But the addiction that you could be struggling with, it could be anything, and we all struggle with our own addictions. You know, it could be chocolate, work, drugs, a relationship, toxic relationships. So, or even a pattern of behavior. You know, it's a pattern that you kind of default to, that you're drawn to, maybe the drama of life, rather than allowing life just to sort of flow by and go smoothly, that you get caught up in that drama and you're kind of attached to that adrenaline that drama brings. So there's a real feeling of being caught in this world, of really kind of being enticed by this very handsome gentleman here. However, if you resonate with this reading, I think the person this is for is this person here, who's actually in the Four of Swords. So I think you've actually decided, this is not my lifestyle anymore. This is not where I want to be. I don't want to be caught up in this turmoil of drama and chaos and temptation, and it's not serving you anymore. And you have decided to step away. You haven't yet stepped into the other world yet. So you're really at this midpoint here, which is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords represents the air signs. And it's really about taking a rest. So you can see this person is curled up in this gorgeous looking nest, looking like a nest. And there's a heart there. And she's taking, she's resting and she's sleeping. And for me, I feel that this person needs to take this rest. They need to make a separation from this way of living, from the past, this toxic. I'm going to call it toxic, because there is a kind of a toxic vibe to it, I have to say, in this reading. Not necessarily a nasty toxic, but just something that's not serving you, not serving your health, not serving your well-being. It may be exciting and tempting, but it's not serving you anymore. And you do need to be able to move forward from that. You do need to sort of rest and also protect yourself. So, she's kind of like cocooned in this little nest. It feels like she's being protected from the external world. So she's not ready to move into this world, and she's made a decision to move out of this world. And I find it really interesting, actually, how his hair looks like it's going in here, like it's wrapping around. And she is kind of wrapped into this. So even though you're taking a rest, I think there is a time of kind of regret and remorse and needing to let go of this life, and maybe sort of doing that through your sleep, you know, letting go your old life, letting it become your past. And then we step into the future. And I really feel that the energy, it reminds me of, so last week I did the Taurus full moon, and next weekend I'm going to be doing the new moon in Scorpio. And I feel this midweek there's a real pull of two energies: the full moon of release and let go, and the new moon of new beginnings. And there's a real kind of pull between needing to let go of something and then being able to step into the new beginnings. So at this point in time, if you're resonating with this reading, you're at this point here, the Four of Swords, and taking a rest, which is actually a really good spot to be, because you do to step forward into a new way of being, no matter what that may be: new relationship, new career, new way of thinking, new way of feeling, new identity, whatever that may be for you. You do need energy to be able to do that. So it's really good that you're taking this rest and you're allowing yourself to let go of the past in a quite a gentle way, you know, letting go of it through your sleep and just allowing it to drift into your history, I guess. So then we come into the Queen of Wands, and with this Queen of Wands, I have to say, the energy from this Queen of Wands is not the traditional Queen of Wands energy that I normally get. It's a very different energy in this reading, and it's really, for me, it's a bit like the Magician. So she has got one hand up with her wand, and she's holding, looks like a little light that's exploding. And it really reminds you of that energy of the Magician being able to manifest your dreams, I guess. And when we look at I love the illustrations in these cards, they are so gorgeous. If we look at this basket, you know how I said the hair looked like it was being entangled into this nest, and then here where this light is being sort of projected out, this new flame, this new sort of beginning, it's sort of being caught into this end. So it's like she's letting go of this and she's moving into the light, letting go of the dark and moving into the light. So it's a really, it's gorgeous. It's a really nice feeling. And this Queen of Wands, as I said, she really does remind me of the Magician, and she's got her little black cat there. And also, when I was doing the shuffle, actually, there was two cards that these came out, and then two fell out on my lap, and I thought, I'll put them to one side because they may be connected to the reading, and they definitely are. So one of them was the King of Wands, so this is this one, and really in any other reading I would say that these two were a couple, but in this reading I just don't feel that these two are a couple at all. So the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, man and wife, but in this reading this lady is more like the Magician, and she's really calling you to move forward, to leave this old life and to join this new life. And she, in this reading, I think she's like the, you know, when you have magicians and they have magicians as in they do magic tricks, and they have like a female assistant often. That's the energy I feel. I feel like she's got this ability to do magic, but she's like an assistant, or she works for the King of Wands. So they're not married, they're not romantically involved. And this woman is calling you into her sort of world. And when you move into this world, into the future, this light and this magic and this energy and this creativity and whatever that may be, it may be into a whole new creative job or a creative project. When you walk into that, you're actually going to meet this King of Wands. So he's going to step forward, and he's actually the person behind it all. So you meet this woman and you think, she's like the queen of this project, and she's sort of running the show. But when you get to know how the system all works, the guy actually running the show steps forward, and he's quite in this deck. I feel that the King of Wands is kind of holds his own. So there's a lion in the background, and he's, you know, he is the lion of the jungle, but he's quite what's the word? I think I want to use humble in this deck. Humble is not normally what you associate with the King of Wands, but in this deck there's something a bit sort of grounded and humble about him. Like he's got this sort of dirty looking t-shirt, pair of jeans. However, he is very intriguing and very handsome, and just as handsome as this guy over here. So you've kind of leaving one area of your life, could be a relationship, one particular person that's not serving you, and you're going to actually end up meeting somebody who is really more grounded and still have that passion, still have that creativity, still has that sort of temptation. But he's also more honourable, you know, that he will stand by your creativity, he will nurture you. So yeah, it's a really, really nice feeling. So the other cup that fell out was the Ace of Cups, which for me really just confirms that when you step through into this new world, you are going to find love. And it could be a love with this connection with this King of Wands, or it could also be just the love and the passion of the project, just feeling completely fulfilled. So the Ace of Cups is an offering, it's a beginning, but see how this person is holding this cup, and it's full and it's just radiating from her heart. So it really, whatever you're moving into is really going to fulfill you, really fulfill you emotionally. It's going to be wonderful. And the card from Universe, as a message from Universe, was from the Wisdom of Oracle, is the Come to the Edge. So that's the other card, Come to the Edge. And this really is like the Fool card. So the Fool card, oh dear, doesn't want to stay there. The Fool card in the, I might cover up the devil. So let's say he's gone now. So the Fool in the tarot is the 0 card. So it's the beginning. And with this card, it's about coming to the edge and being brave enough and having the courage to come to the edge to start a new beginning. So what I'm going to do is read out the little piece by Colette Baron-Reid on card 36, because it's I really like her work, and I think it's so nicely written that it's I'd like to read it so you can hear the words if you're not familiar with this deck. Let me see if I can find it first. Number 36. Nearly there. 34. Okay, and it's really weird actually, because last week the card was number 35. So there's definitely that kind of sense of moving forward. Okay, so Come to the Edge, that's the card. And the message is, facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you're ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you can find your miracles. Oh, I think that's lovely. And I have to say, I think that really goes beautifully with the reading of stepping out of your nest and allowing miracles to happen, allowing the Queen of Wands to step into your life and bring you to this new passion, this new creative project, or this new gorgeous, handsome man here. And the other thing that really stands out for me, how this image here echoes this one here. I mean, they're two different decks, but for me, there's a woman curled up in a nest. And for me, this is like the nest. She's standing on it and she's ready to fly. So you know where a bird will stand up in the nest and fly from the nest. It's like this round earth here is her nest. She's standing up, and even the red petals, these are red love hearts. There's one red love heart there that she needs to let go of, and she's letting go of these to fly into something new. So gorgeous, beautiful reading, and I'll finish there and I'll see you next week. So next week will be the reading for the new moon in Scorpio, and I'm really looking forward to that reading. So I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.